doesn't go well.
I think you got to tip his cap for trying other things, though.
Yeah.
Jordan didn't put his hand in other endeavors like, I'm going to try to be a broadcaster. Magic tried to say, hey, maybe I could do it. I got charisma. People like my smile. Oh, it didn't work.
My position, Eddie, is that self-awareness is not illegal to have it. I'd love to be a swimsuit model, but I have enough self-awareness. That's not my lane. And some people...
How you know? They got a Lane Bryant, don't they?
Hey,
some people have a
plus
lane.
models are in.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Plus,
all. Yeah,
plus ain't in.
Hold on. Don't be enablers now. I mean, no, here's the problem. I agree with experimenting, and I agree. I'm good with, you know what? I'm going to try to do a talk show host. Oh, I'm not good for that. Okay,
try
I'm
local
good with that.
first.
I'm going broadcast, whatever. This is different. This one is different. And I don't think it's going to impact his legacy, but you hurt a brand and a franchise that you say you love. You hurt a woman that you say is your sister and that you respect and love.
Hurt?
Yeah.
Without question.
How?
Because, and it's not that he did it. It's not that he left. I think you're pulling the Band-Aid off. Eventually you're going to have to do this. It's how you did it.
That's not
you
even
just
bad.
said, hearing, you know what, we would have tears. She would have tried to convince me otherwise. Magic forgot. Jeannie, you might have a great relationship. You might view her as your sister. She's the owner of this franchise, and she reached out to you to help her to get out of this mess. And you left it in a worse place.
Oh, no. First of all, before Magic got there, did they have the best player in the world? Before Magic got there, did they have cap space to get 2 max free agents?
Nope.
They didn't have either one of those. So let's look at numbers first. He left them in a better place. Let's look at the ethics and how you treated me on your way out.
Those are possibilities.
Well,
those are not
but those are
realities.
opportunities that you didn't even have the possibility of before
Anybody
I got
could
here.
get could make bad trades and
I
get them
did
out of
it.
those
Give me
contracts.
that credit as you're going to give me my debits. Here's the debit. It's a weak moment for Magic Johnson not to talk to Jeannie before he talks to us. But everyone has been in this position before. When you're making an impossible, tortured decision, when you're like, I have to remove myself and distance myself, even if that's going to be perceived as weak, because I am not even strong enough to talk to this, to dialogue with
How about
this.
a text?
That's what people do. People
No, I'm
break.
saying he didn't even do a text.
But hey, look,
I think a text would be worse if that's your you.
Then holding a press conference and surprising you, telling the media first.
I'm not saying it was a strong
No,
move, but this
it
is
wasn't.
where I respect even Magic saying, I need even support and distance from making this decision, because if I die for her, I love my love for the Lakers. I know what's going to happen.
How about an email?
I'm going to walk myself right back into
How
the
about an
situation
email?
where I don't want to be.
How about they used to have something called resignation letters. Do they still have those?
I think
in
that's
the business world?
that's the low down part about it, that he didn't reach out and holler.
You're
after
taking
saying
it
that's
worse
my
than them.
sister.
You're taking it worse than them.
Oh, no,
Did you
no,
see
no.
their tweet?
We're-
You see their response?
They're tweeting, but that's not what they really think, man.
You ever been around Jeannie?
Twitter's a stage, man.
All right, press release.
But that's not a good look for her either.
Yeah,
and the
I
fact,
agree with
especially if you know Jeannie and you know how she is, for him to do this and put her in this position, it is so unfair. And for all of the assets that you speak of that the team has, the fact of the matter is they could have no one come out and speak on behalf of the team this year. Today, when all this came down. You know why? Because they don't know what to say. They don't know exactly what the hierarchy of control is right now. This left them so... the number of people that I texted to say, do you think that Jeannie had any inkling, any idea that this was coming? And every one of them said she had no idea. He pulled the rug on her.
I think people need to understand, the Knicks used to be a proud franchise. And then just a series of events happened, and now the Knicks are a laughingstock. It can happen to the Lakers.
Oh, come on. You're telling me that? I've been saying this for years.
And now Magic is a part of that.
No.
The sinking of the Lakers.
Magic, look, this is interesting about Jeannie. I don't think that she was completely caught off guard. I don't think that you expect that moment. You may not know the date, but you may know the occurrence. Magic Johnson had a meeting with Jeannie. Magic Johnson had a meeting with LeBron. In those meetings, you can hear elements that tell you I'm in an impossible situation. And in that situation, now I have a choice to make, because I walked into a situation that I thought X, It has now changed from what he thought day one being a Lakers team president to what he is at right now. I don't think that Jeannie...
You got to anticipate change in life.
Yeah, but you also could respond to it in the moment.
But here's Marcellus, you're saying he's in an impossible situation. No, they are in an impossible situation. And he basically said, we are in an impossible situation, I'm out.
And he told you he was going to do that.
He did say that at the beginning. At the very beginning. When he came in, he said, if I can't get this job done, I'm going to step down as president. He did say that.
It's not that he did it. It's how he did it. Right here, out of the blue, at the night before the end of the season.
Sometimes it just hits you.
But still,
sometimes you just know when
I got to look at the bigger. I got to look at the bigger picture and consider what I'm doing.
And you were talking about him making him be a part of the organization going down and sinking. He's put him in a position to where he's going to have his handprints on that if they are able to land some guys and then they be successful. Right. You could look back and like, oh, he was a part of their ascension as well.
Let's not always deal in hypotheticals.
Well, that's the real that they got an opportunity to do. You need the opportunities.
Let's try to deal in real. If Magic Johnson thought this offseason was going to be successful, do you think he would have done that yesterday? I mean, come on.
Yeah, you know why? You know why? You don't want to deal in hypotheticals, but no one was in that room. So here's a scenario, since you don't want to go hypothetical, let's be synonymous. What if they told you, hey, this future, power to you, keys to you, Magic. However, we want to keep Luke Walton. Oh, well, I want to go into the future and to get these free agents, and I don't want Luke Walton.
I don't think Luke Walton can attract these free agents.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, I have the power. Same thing happened with the Knicks. You hire him, and then you tell Phil Jackson you have full control, and the first thing he wants to do is fire the GM, and Dolan says, don't do that. And then, so where's full power really being exercised in this situation? You don't know what he was presented with.
I get it, but when you call someone your sister, and then you stand here as you're quitting on her without telling her, and you say, I was always someone she could trust. I was in her corner. I'm just telling you, when I start calling people my sister and brothers, and I got sisters and brothers, you're not getting me up out of the foxhole just because things have gotten tough. I just don't respect it. There's a level of loyalty that I respect, and if you can't come in and walk and have a conversation with me about it, I really don't respect it. And when you accept these executive positions and all that money and fame that goes on, there are some tough things you have to swallow. Man, that's the price of doing business. And so this whole conversation where I ended is like, are we man enough for these jobs or not? Or are we cowards, and at the first sign of trouble, we're jumping ship and grabbing a deal, blah, blah. It's a bad look. Period.
It is, but you can't clump everybody just because of one bad decision.
I don't want to, but I'm sitting here hearing a lot of justification for behavior that I'm just corporate America and anybody that sits in the ownership seat, they don't respect this.
I don't give him no justification for not having communication with Jeannie, because that is low down, especially because he's talking out of both sides of his neck. Yeah, he's like, yeah, that's my sister over here, and I love her to death, but I ain't gonna tell her that I'm about to, dip out on her. So I think it's a level of respect here.
Let's not get into conduct and behavior of corporate America, because this happens all day, every day in corporate America, and they get a golden parachute when they dip set before it's early. So let's not go there. Magic Johnson did what Jim Buss did. They both came into a situation and retired before they even started. Jim Buss said, I got a 3 to 5 year plan. If I don't turn this thing around, I'll go. Didn't turn it around, left. Magic came into this and said the same thing. If I don't fix this in a couple of years, if I don't get these free agents, I'm out. And it's 2 years, he's out. Now, let me tell you why he said that. Darren Woodson of the Dallas Cowboys told me this. Once you say you're retired, it's over. You're already retired. Once you start contemplating, I remember going to his house. I'm thinking about retiring. He said, you're done. Now, your body may be out there, but you're done. Magic Johnson, Jim Buss, the world always responds to that as like, yeah, I love that challenge you put on yourself, bullseye. The way you should read it is, he already saying he ain't all into this. And I'm comfortable without this. That's why in 2 years, I can leave peacefully and go on my way.
It wasn't a full 2 years, though.
No.
This summer was supposed to be the summer where he got the second guy. And he bailed before he even took a shot. Now, I believe it's because he knew.
He knew, yeah.
Nobody's coming.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to be sitting here in October when...
Well, they also said nobody was picking up the phone for Rob Pelinka. There's no phone calls coming back. No people aren't responding to his call. He's leaving messages. So that's part of it, too. If you can't work with the guy that you're supposed to be working with.
And you're told you are supposed to.
Yeah, and And they got a strained relationship. I heard Pelinka was coming to the place like, where's Magic at?
Here's what I blame Magic for. It's like he's the business savant, the basketball savant. Ric Bucher said it at the beginning. I was saying it a year and a half ago. This isn't going to work.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson is not an executive. This isn't going to work. He quits. And I've been saying this on TV for a good solid year and a half. He quits when things get tough. Things got tough and he quit.
Would have been better if he got fired.
Yeah, that's the option. Stay there till the wheels fall off.
Better if he
I'm saying it would have been better if he got fired.
Yeah, what's the option?
Either I leave or get fired.
Every one of you guys has hit a rough spot, and you've worked your way through it.
Not all of them. I quit on some. Nope, don't lie. Well, stop.
On my last marriage, I hit a rough spot.
See, I ain't that over with. I just talk about Little League basketball, but I knew it wasn't for me. Bye, football and track, here I come. Yeah, you can.
So let me flip it around.
Add options.
Okay, maybe there's some where you thought, hey, I'm going to cut my losses, and I think that's what it really is.
Thank you.
I'm going to cut my losses, and I'm going to move on. But you're moving on to the next thing. Where has Magic stuck it out when it was tough?
To the tune of being a billionaire mogul, I'm sure something in that portfolio he stuck through to get to that. Okay,
stick around. Later in the show, we'll give you our latest approval ratings for Magic Johnson, and Uncle Jimmy will explain why he likes what Magic did last night. Also coming up, what does Magic Johnson's departure mean for LeBron's future with the Lakers? You might be surprised. We get into that. And don't forget to check us out on the Fox Sports Channel on SiriusXM.
He ain't quit.